And welcome to a sheepish look at Slipstream on the PC. That took a little while to get used to. I am one more sheep yet again, and this is a game that is currently in Kickstarter, and basically the Kickstarter's like 20 or so hours left to it, and I figured I'd make a quick recording of this one just to show it off, because if anyone's like me, you grew up in the 90s and you had, I'll put this easy just so I can show up as much as possible. If you grew up in the 90s like I did, there's loads of games that you can use to notice, which were basically arcade racers, and as of recently, they're sort of having a big comeback. You know, loads of games have been made in this style, and this is one of those games that has a free demo on the Kickstarter, so I figured I'll show it off. And this is very, very, very similar to the original Outrun in the arcades, for those of you who have played it. For those of you who haven't played it, Outrun in the arcades was one of these amazing, ultra-amazing arcade car racing games where you had to just get from point A to point B as quick as possible while not crashing into anything. Basically, you were trying to beat the checkpoints. You were trying to beat the timer to reach the end of the race, and it has to be one of my favorite game genres out, you know, from the 90s, and they sort of recently died off, and it's such a shame because I do really. Oh god, get away from the cactus. These, you know, it's one of these game genres are really, I love them. You know, they used to be such a prevalent thing back in the 90s, and they sort of died out. However, they are recently making a comeback, which makes me happy. So, yeah, I just wanted to have a quick, you know, video about this, show this game off. And, oh my god, this music. I'm loving this music. It isn't the best demo, just because it is a little bit glitchy here and there, just because the Xbox controller sometimes has problems where it'll just stop taking inputs and what have you. But this is a game I really do want to see out on Steam. I would pick this up gladly. In fact, the only reason I haven't backed the Kickstarter for this already is purely because I currently don't even have $5 to my name, so I can't put down a single pledge. But you know, I figured I might as well help out the cause a little bit and show off the game, put a video out about it. And if this game's your type of style, you know, I'd heavily recommend it. It's good fun. It's really a good laugh to get through and just get from point A to point B. These sort of games I always found relaxing as well. Like, even to this day, I usually turn on my Sega Mega Drive or Genesis to you American people, and I just turn on Super Hang On or something, or you know, just these type of games, just because they're really good, great games to relax and just chill out and play. You know? Oh god. So why I really wish there was a version of Outrun released on Steam. So Sega, if you're watching me right now, alright, release Outrun on Steam. I would pick it up. I love Outrun. I don't care if it's the first Outrun or the second Outrun. Just release an Outrun game on Steam and I'd be all there. There's a couple of games like this, like I said, that has been kickstarted. I think another one is 90s Arcade Racer, which is, I think that one's coming to the Wii U. And that one looks pretty good, even though that's gone past its deadline by a ridiculous amount of... I think that's 2 years past its deadline at this point. But that looks like a good game, and I can't wait for that one to be released. And then there's another one that sort of looks like a PS1 game. They sort of had a lot of effort trying to get the shading to look like a PS1 car game, and you know, a lot of these indie games are why I'm so glad that Kickstarter exists, because without Kickstarter, no one would be making these type of games, you know? We wouldn't have games like this. We wouldn't have our Freedom Planets, our arcade racers. Even though sometimes you get some horror stories out of Kickstarter, because it doesn't always go smoothly, you know? It is a website that I really do love. I mean, we're getting Ukulele out of it for one thing, and I'm really been in the mood for my Collectathon 3D platformers, so Ukulele's gonna curb that itch of mine, if you will, you see, so I don't know, it's just a neat thing, and this game is actually pretty fun, you know, I'm not very good at it, as you can probably tell, I'm crashing into everything. Oh, okay, finished, okay, I guess that's basically everything they got in this demo, but you know, it's pretty neat, it's a pretty neat stage, unless... Is it because of the difficulty they was that short, or is that literally all that this demo has? Huh. I think that's probably all this demo has, but you can actually change the music as well in the demo, so let's just pick a different car. There we go, let's go on normal difficulty this time and try this out. And these are instructions as well on how to play properly, so if anyone doesn't know about drifting, basically you drift the same way you do in Outrun 2 on the arcade and Xbox. Which is basically you tap the brake quickly and suddenly you can drift across corners really tightly. But first, it's not letting me pause until it starts, okay. there we go. This is what I want to show off. So you see this? I can change the cassette. I can change the song we're listening to in the middle of the race. So, for example, if I don't like Slipstream, I can play this song, Gonna Get It, which... That's really calming. Okay, let's try Final Pass. Okay, this sounds very... It sounds very Far Cry Blood Dragon. I'm gonna listen to this. So let's get going. Yeah! See, I just love the games like this. I love games of this genre. I'm just kind of glad that Kickstarter exists and they're having a comeback. So, if anyone is interested in the Kickstarter project while it's still going onwards, you know, there is an actual link in the description to the Kickstarter page where you can actually donate to it if you want to help fund it. And they also supply this exact same demo in the same link. So if you want to try out the game, see what you think of it, you know, you can always just go to the description and try it out yourselves. You know, it's... If you're like me, you will probably want to pick this up, because I don't know, it's such a rare genre I get, you know. I miss my arcade games. I am a Sega fanboy after all, and you know what Sega were like back in the day. They released games like Shining Force and everything you know and love, but they were most known for their arcade games. Where's the virtual ons of the modern world? Where's the Outruns? Well, clearly here's one of the Outruns. Where's the House of the Dead of the modern gaming industry, you know? I miss arcade Sega. Come back, arcade Sega. But of course, like I said, I'm a Sega fanboy. Even Sega's recent output, I still quite like. Even though the past year or so, Sega's been sort of dead. Now that I talk about it, because let's face it, has Sega really published anything in the past year or so, excluding Sonic Boom, Rise of Lyric, and Sonic Boom Shattered Crystal, which, you know, didn't really do all that well, you know? Because I don't really recall anything of the past year that Sega's done that isn't Sonic, and there's not many Sonic games these days. At least it doesn't seem to be as many as there used to be, so it's kind of depressing. I want to see Sega do more again. I want Sega to be classic, as good as they used to be. Like, I don't care if they do a Dreamcast 2 or not, because I know that's a pipe dream, but release more games, goddammit, Sega. You know, get some developers, re-release games if you have to. Like, there's plenty of games out there on your old catalogs you can re-release for cheap, and people will eat it up. They will gobble it up. I mean, look at all the Dreamcast library. Like Shenmue, like the third game's got a Kickstarter going on, so we all know Shenmue 1 and 2 should be released in HD. Then again, I hear the Shenmue 1 and 2 in HD sort of have these issues right now in terms of copyright and what have you, so... Not copyrighted per se, maybe I hear there's an illegal issue in regards to some of the buildings they used in the actual game, because... I don't know, you know, it's easy money for you, Sega. Listen to me, alright? I'm a YouTuber. I play video games all day and night for a living. You know, you listen to me. I clearly know what your business strategy should be. God. But, I digress. You know, it's still a pretty fun game, you know, and I figured I'd highlight this because it just popped up on my, basically when I was lurking the video game forums. I tend to lurk. I never really talk in video game forums. I always just sort of lurk them to see what the news is in gaming, but... You know, I was just sort of looking at them. This popped up and someone was like, hey, this is a pretty cool racer, and, you know, what can I say? I quite enjoy it. But with that is the video, so thank you all for watching, hope you all enjoyed, don't be sheepish people, and like I said, you can download the demo in the description below, and you can check out the Kickstarter itself too, so yeah, thanks for watching, I'll see you after. Bye!